the bottom. From the bottom. You know we got it.
Yeah, we back again, my friends.
Wake up and grab your Folgers.
One more time.
Oh, we gotta grab some Folgers?
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
Man, that's all I do.
I got
drink
natural
coffee.
energy.
Man, I need coffee. I'm sorry.
But say thank y'all for tuning in again. You know, we can't tell y'all how much we appreciate y'all listening and sharing with everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, we only thought it was just going to be us two listening to this and probably a couple of pets. But,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
just want to say thank you to everybody out there.
Shout out to everybody.
Oh, and if you don't know, we on iTunes now.
Yes, sir. We made it to the tunes.
So, yeah. But, we had to tell y'all, we never told y'all who we are, you know. So that's what we're gonna start off with that, so y'all get to know us a little better out there. And I'm gonna let Jerry start it off, unless you want me to start it off. It don't really matter. We're gonna start it off.
Go ahead, you
We're gonna
start.
All right. Well, yeah. My name is Cal. You know, from West Memphis, Arkansas. What up, though? Took that.
What up, though?
Yeah, took that from Jalen now. But yeah, you know, now I stay up in Seattle, Washington, and you know, I'm just a laid back dude who like to crack jokes, and mostly a family man. So you either catch me with the fam or you catch me on the basketball court. You know, just look for the one who talking the most, not moving the most. You know, straight out top of the dome. Well, yeah.
Freeing.
So, you know, and I mean, that's it. You know, you catch us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spreaker, Stitcher Radio.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I can't even think of no more. But yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Jerry. You know, I heard I talk too much.
To all the people that says that he talk a lot, yes, he does. My name is Jerry. You can spell that with either 2 R's or some prefer 3 R's. But me, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm a little youngster in my mid-40s. No, I'm kidding. 30s.
He move like it.
I mean, my late 20s, but nah, I'm from
move
New
like
Orleans.
in his old 30s.
Well, I'm from New Orleans and been up here in Seattle for about 10 years now. And shoot, what I like to do is just literally stay in the studio, stay with my family, man. Just, you know, kick it, good vibes all day, every day. Play ball, that's like one of my mainest things. And probably laugh a lot and talk a lot. I get that from my daddy. Shout out to Pops. Once you hit this, he gonna start laughing and cracking up. Watch. But yeah, man, I've been up here all this time, and I end up meeting Cal on the court. So that's how, you know, we got, you know, friendship started. And
yeah, I was schooling him. He said he was right. We did meet on the court. I used to practice on him.
He did a little something. Now, you know, he'll tell you dang well, yeah, NO, you know, he do a little son now. But yeah, that's basically it. You heard me? That's what we do. We like to do, tell jokes,
sit back,
live life,
just chill,
and just chill. I ain't gonna freestyle because Cal got the balls from Mars, you know, driving them cars with no rims. But yeah, let's get this show like started.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to know more about us, you can just hit us up.
I'm Allin from New Orleans. I'm John Wallen. Oh man, I tell y'all one thing. This junk is buku funny. I ain't gonna even lie. It's buku funny, you heard me?
But hey, I do gotta get this off my chest.
Oh.
It's called podcast beef.
Put it on the grill.
Now listen, I ain't think about it when it happened. So I'm gonna break it down for y'all.
3 steps, maybe 6.
So, I was trying to figure out a description for our show.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming up with blanks. So I happened to come across this one description.
Tell them.
I said, man, that sounds just like our show. I said, I'm just gonna borrow and change some things. But so I did it. Yeah, I was wrong.
We can admit it.
But I did it, then I went to sleep. So, then I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen I had a missed call from Jerry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said, dang, he calling early. So I hit him back up.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
what'd I say?
Hey, man, you know a dude named so-and-so? I'm like, nah, I don't even know him.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened?
He said, man, I'm thinking he just a listener to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I friended him.
I was wrong. Mm-hmm.
He said, man, I friended him and dude cussed me out. I said,
method.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? I said, what you mean? He said, man, dude said we stole his stuff. Now, I forgot to tell Jerry that I did that.
Threw me in the water. No life jacket.
So, to end all the confusion, I said, I'm going to reach out to him like a man, let him know I was wrong. And I reached out to him. I apologized. I erased it.
And what'd he do?
He didn't do nothing. I ain't heard nothing else from the dude. So I'm thinking that was it. But then, I'm on Facebook, posted something, talking to somebody else. And here he come again.
Yeah, once again.
He talking about plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we was over with the first time, but I guess I was wrong again.
Once again.
So this time, I'm starting to get irritated. Because I'm thinking like, man, it was over with, but, I guess not.
People like to cry, no matter the age.
So, I just kept it moving. I just kept it moving. And, yeah, that was it. I haven't heard from him since, but I'm pretty sure if y'all be on Facebook, he bound to pop back up.
I
just want to let all y'all know what the situation was. But it's over with, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But back to positive vibes. That's what we're here for. To bring some laughter to y'all week.
Mm-hmm.
So you will not seek the negative that be in the streets.
I couldn't be serious. Keep going. You flowing. Keep it going. Got me singing them bars. But
I'm going to say the rest. I'm going to say the rest for later on. I ain't want to hurt y'all ears.
You heard me. What we got popping?
But we want to know about, what time of the year is it? Valentine's Day? What's another national holiday around this time?
The midwinter break for me, and that's cha-ching. Hey,
what you mean by the cha-ching? What you mean?
Hey, son, you mind if I claim your kids?
It's that time of the year again.
Time of the year.
That might well be a national holiday.
Man, why? Why you say?
It's that income tax time. And you know what happens around income tax time, don't we all?
You're right.
When you was bald, now you bald.
Out the park.
When you was walking, now you riding.
Fresh with rims, all of them, 20s, 26s, 30s.
When you was holy, now you fresh. This is when girls with a lot of kids seem to get chosen quite a bit.
Wifed up, shackled, clank.
People finally claiming kids that they haven't claimed in a while. They claiming kids that's not even theirs. But they don't care.
Money talks.
So the thing I want to know is, I need you to enlighten me. When the income tax come, what do you think people should do? Do you think they should save it? Or should they just ball out of control and spend it? I mean, to get income tax, you did have to work for it. What would you think? What would you do?
Well, me, I splurge out.
Like what?
What you mean, like what?
What you getting?
Boy, my bank account will be so swollen.
For how long? That's
for
the
how
question.
long?
Yeah.
What you mean? Everything. I'm saying if
know.
it's not bills involved,
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. If it's not bills involved or something going towards to make that tax money double.
So you mean flip it?
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm flipping it.
There's
like
a
the
lot
channels.
of people flipping it,
B-
but they just don't come back with it.
I'm going from BET to CNN to ESPN. I'm flipping it. Won't. Keep going. That's how you got to do it.
So you spending your tax money? You spend it?
No, I'm flipping. If I spend it, it's gonna be to whereas I can spend enough, basically, and like to invest. Because in order to invest, you have to spend.
Well, enlighten the people. How you plan on flipping it? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. You don't know police listening. I don't know if you want to say you flipping it.
Oh, flipping it?
Oh, you doing the legal way.
You have to do it the legal
way.
way.
Okay. No, how you plan on flipping it?
I'm saying you have to have some stock.
Okay.
Invest in some stock.
Okay.
I'm saying however much you get every week, basically you treat yourself, meaning you take what you have in that money and you set about 100 or 50 to the side. You go ahead. Excuse me if I'm talking low, but the things that, like, say if you like to drink coffee every single day, instead of doing that, break it down to twice a week. So that's you keeping and bringing home. That's like an extra what you saving about
$15. It's like $5 a day for coffee.
Exactly.
Right?
Before you know it, you're gonna be like, dang, I saved about $50 to $60 a week. Just not. I mean, 2 weeks from not doing coffee. And and going to unnecessary places, like having fast food being so convenient, because we all know when tax season comes, for some reason, everybody want a treat. Oh yeah, we can go to this restaurant.
That's to celebrate their hard year of work before to get them income tax.
And guess what? Your hard-earned money will go to all those restaurants. It ain't gonna go to nothing that you supposed to be looking forward to in the future. So you basically, you just lucked out. It's you know what I'm saying. And how we supposed to teach our kids to invest? They gonna be just like us. The cycle ain't gonna never be broken unless we break it. Invest, folks. Invest. That's the thing. Invest and work hard. Don't what am I trying to say? Don't depend on the government. Don't depend on nobody. Go make it yourself. I can understand some of us. I'm saying we all may need help at a point in our life, but don't constantly just sit there comfortably and just depend on that, because you're going to grow up, the kids are going to grow up and see that, well, my mom's didn't work, I might as well just have kid after kid after kid after kid just so the government can pay me. And that's crazy.
Yeah, but you don't get no income tax just by if you don't have a job.
But I'm saying, what, person may get a part-time job?
Yeah, you're right.
Man, I'm saying. And a lot of that stuff can lead to a whole lot. I'm saying, because if you, in order to claim all those kids, I'm saying, especially when you're on welfare and all that, a man can't be in the house. So if a man can't be in the house, who's going to raise them kids? A woman by herself. And then she's going to have a living boyfriend just there. They don't work out. He's just there trying to get her money. And it's all crazy. So I'm saying we can do a whole lot. I'm saying we can do a whole lot just by learning how to invest on ourselves and work hard. That work ethic can be passed down. And just so you know, we supposed to be able to hand down our kids our hard-earned money when we're not able to spend it, to help them out. That's how families now are wealthy, because they invested. They put their life on the line. They put that last dollar on the line and worked hard. So that dollar can not only just be something going towards something, it can be constantly accumulating. So there you go.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. I don't know, people. I'm just thinking, if you do get a chunk of money, at least put half of it away for rainy days.
There you go.
I mean, use the other half to do whatever you want to do. You did work for it.
You did work.
Just don't go spend it on something that you really can't afford.
Exactly.
Don't go try to buy the new 2019 car. Well, yeah, it ain't even out yet. But don't go get it.
2019.
2019. Yeah,
2019.
Well, yeah, don't go get that 2019 car.
Please don't.
Don't go get the belt that costs $700.
For real. Don't say that it costs that much, because you look, the older I get, I realize when you say you paid $300 for some J's, you crazy. That's How many bills?
Well, it depends
Ain't
what you
nothing
doing with
depend.
them J's.
What you mean?
Because if you buy them J's and you could turn around and sell them,
well, and that's true.
well, then yes, you need to go buy those J's.
And I can understand it, but there are some people that actually don't do that. They like to just wear it for fashion, like to just put it in their room and just have a collectible item. Well, and don't do nothing with it after it's a collectible item and know it's worth all this money. I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess that's just me.
Well, yeah. If you listen to this, share with us, what are you going to do with your income tax?
What you going to do?
You know, I mean, listen, if you want to go have fun, it's your money. Just make sure you just don't spend it on something that you cannot afford and you can't continue to make payments on. Because they're just like giving away money. You know, because them people going to come get that money, you can't pay for it. They're going to come get that car. You know, and dang.
Man,
I just thought about something.
Oh, what you thought about, son?
It's just random.
This guy and his randomness. Call him Random Cal.
Think about this, people.
What they need to think.
No matter the situation, the expression is, I'm dying, is always the truth. That's deep. Think about it.
Expression, I'm dying.
You know, you be like, man, I'm dying on the inside.
Mm.
Well, once you think about it, you are.
Yeah.
How it make you think, huh? It make you think. I see how you looking.
I'm dying. Yeah, yo, I'm like looking at the light right now in the TV. Like, yo, what we got to get? We got to get some finger snaps at the album. Oh, man. But, hey.
But, yeah, you know.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, that did make you think.
That did. And I'm still thinking. That was deeper than rap right there, son. Oh, man. Good times, man. Dang, man. We back on. Yo, I'm in like extra buku excited, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I be talking about a little podcast this and a little podcast that. It's funny. It's funny and fun, I tell you that. We have a couple guests soon to be arriving, you know. Once all our paperwork goes through, you know, got to make it official. You heard me? Shout out to Sarah, Jimmy, if y'all listening. I know y'all probably laughing like I don't know what right now. Hopefully y'all don't. Then Monique, you got to get on here too. Chris, got to have Nick. Got to have everybody on here.
Chris going to be on the episode next week.
Is it next week?
Next week.
Okay, yeah, cool. Shout out you, Chris. Chris Bones. You heard me? Baseball guy right there. Shout out to YTM Music, DSM all day, every day. You ain't got it? Oh, man. Alrighty. We have a quick question.
Questions?
From Anonymous, you know. What would you do? My daughter, 20 years old, who lives with me, she works 4 hours per week, no school. Very disrespectful. She wanted to take driver's ed for her senior year. I paid for it. She didn't go to the driving test, so wasted $300. She borrows $260 for a laptop, never paid me. Using me for rides back and forth for free because she says her friends charge her for gas if they pick her up, which sounds crazy. Okay. She asked to borrow $200 to play for a concert in Chicago and spending money because she did not have enough money to save because of her 4-hour week job. I told her no, and I also told her not to waste her hard-earned money for a concert. She didn't listen and will be taking a bus next month to the concert. She can't drive. She is lazy, sleeps and stays in her room all day. Today I had enough and I told her to move out or go back to school full-time and she plans to stay. My sister called me stupid. My kids call me a bad mom. So feel free to bash, give advice or tips. Currently feeling depressed and beat. Anonymous. So I want to ask y'all, you know, how do y'all feel? Because I'm about to clearly give my opinion and explanation, but by me doing that long question, would y'all like for me or Cal to go at it first? My mode is running. You want me to go or you got it, son?
I got it.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Nah, she 20 years old, working 4 hours a week. That's a red flag right there.
Red flag. Give it up.
And then the mother said her daughter is using her. See, now, once you reach a certain age, it's time for you to go get your own.
Your own.
You know, she borrowing money. She being disrespectful. See, now, don't play the disrespect stuff.
I don't do it. Not in my camper.
But it'd be kind of hard for you to put your kid out. You know, but she ain't a kid no more. She is practically grown. She can feed herself. I just have to give her the boot. Let her experience the real world so she can appreciate what I do for her.
Exactly.
You know, because even though it's your kid, they will take advantage of you if you let them. Like even her friends charging her for gas. It's a reason she not calling them and she calling you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I just have to give her the good old boot on out that door, just to let her know how it go. What would you do?
Who, me?
No, you,
man. I would give her everything she want. She can be rude. She can be mean. I'ma still love her. Man. Honestly, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of things start from birth.
What?
I'm saying, if you teach a child a certain way, they will respond a certain way when they get older. So if you teach a child how to be respectful, if you teach a child to appreciate every little simple thing in which they receive, when they grow older, they will have that appreciation and be respectful. But if you giving a child everything they want, whenever you say no, they get upset and you give it to them, that means you haven't taught that child the value of the word no, because sometimes you can be doing it for the sake of them. But by you constantly telling them yes, 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 they'll be hurt in the process because you're constantly telling them yes. So when they get older, they're going to go out in the real world and they're going to see how hard it is. But the first thing they're going to do is come to you because you haven't given them the opportunity to fail, because you were always there saying, yes, 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 I'm going to do this for you. Because I'm saying, I rode the bus all the time.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, because the older I got, if I needed to get anywhere and I ain't have a vehicle, I didn't depend on nobody. So that means I wasn't expecting for someone to give me a ride and make that my journey. If I wanted to go downtown, I'm going to go downtown, whether somebody gives me a ride or not. So by my mama teaching me, look, you have to do what you do. That was all out of love. When I fell, she allowed me to get back up. Her and my daddy allowed me to get back up and experience that. Bam, boom. Not give me something on top of being disrespectful. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I got a story for you today. I'm sorry, I got to drift because it's going to what I'm saying. I know I'm talking buku fast, but look, check out, I'm hyped.
Like Twister,
you heard me? Sometimes I get like that, man, especially when it's on subjects that touch me like this. And it's very sensitive. And today, I brought a family member of mine, Jordan. Shout out. I always give shout outs, and it's cool because he's my little partner. You heard me? He was getting a little haircut, and me, TT, and Nehemiah. I took them both there 2 different times because it was taking so long. It's a Sunday. The young man was there with his mom, and when me and TT was there, the little boy, he was quiet. So we left. TT stayed home. So I got Nehemiah. Then all of a sudden, we get up there, and Jordan's in a chair, and I'm like, oh man, you look fresh. So I'm trying to watch the game, and I just hear this young man telling his mom, who do you think I am? If I have an opinion and a thought, I'm going to say it. I get to say what I want.
How old was he?
7 years old.
No, how old was he when he said to his mama?
How old was he? He was 7 years old at the barbershop.
Oh, I thought you didn't hear me.
No. How what?
I thought you didn't hear me the first time.
Why? What you said the first time?
How old was he?
He was 7 years old. He was 7 years old, son. When I mean to tell you, I'm sitting there looking at this young man like, wait. Is he? Nah. He said, I get to say what I want. So the barber said, young man, he was like, little man, you don't talk like that. He said, who you talking to? You need to mind your business. I say, wait, he told you what? And the barber said, say, young man, let me tell you something. You don't tell me to mind my business when you come to my place of business. So you're minding my business because you're in it. And he told her mom, hey, I have a bathroom if you need to do something. And then the mom, she did get rowdy. But then the young man still went off, say, man, I don't hear what you saying. You keep doing all that talking. I say, wait.
He was talking to the barber while he was in the barber chair?
No, he wasn't in the barber chair. He was talking to his mom. He was talking to his moms like that. And
I'm sitting there like, wait, are you going, cause she kept saying, well, I'm gonna do you this and I'm gonna do you that. Who you think you playing? I'm like, I understand that, but he just kept going on. Like, he literally, I'm just saying, bro, I would have never thought 2 seconds to even tell my mama that my thoughts are my thoughts and I say what I want. Man, my lip would have been gone. They would have called me mumble for the rest of my life.
Your lips would have beat you to the hospital.
Man. We checked in Jerry's lips. Is Jerry here by any chance? For real though, bro. I kid you not, bro. That made me so mad. I'm like, I ain't lying. If I was the barber, I would have told Lil Man straight up. I said, look, your mom's brought you here because she wants you to look nice. She wants you to get a haircut or whatnot. You heard me? And you talking to your moms like that, you ain't getting in my chair, Lil Man. You're not getting in my chair. Because in my place of business, there is no disrespect. If you disrespecting outside of this place, guess what? That's on you. But once you come in here, you're going to show respect to me and everybody in here. And especially to the person who brought you here. Talking to your mama like that, man, something must be, man. I ain't lying. It was to the point when I got home, I told TT, say, bro, look, this little man already got, don't do nothing crazy. Don't say nothing crazy. You heard me? I'm like, cause, never in my life. And say, bro, I ain't lying. I wanted to go to my car and get my Santa Claus belt for real.
Not the belt.
Shoot.
That the problem solver.
Problem solver. That's like the 10 times 10 is 100 right there. The problem solved for real. You heard me? That's my crazy story today. You heard me? Because that was like buku tense. For real. I was shocked that she even allowed that for that long. For real. I could have been like, wait, who you talking to? You talking in third person? What's going on?
Man, I used to remember when I was little, trying to talk slick to my grandma.
Like Slick Rick?
Yeah, and you know, since I was young and my grandma was kind of older, and I was like, man, I could say something and she ain't gonna catch me. So, you know, I'll say something like, you know, she tell me to do something, be like, I ain't gonna. Then next thing you know, wow,
just
so fast. I still don't know how she moved so fast back then. But you know, I learned at a young age that she ain't nobody to be played with. So therefore, you know, a quick 1-2 piece, you know.
Get you right, right
it'll
quick,
straighten you up.
Get you right.
Yeah.
Be like, you want some churches?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, 2 piece, no
Yeah.
fried, no
Man,
biscuit either.
Man, you know, yeah, it'll straighten you up real quick.
Real quick. Oh, I already know how it is. And it's just not your parents who take care of, you know, take care of the discipline. And, you know, we constantly, and you know what, and we always talk about this for the simple fact, yo, it is the neighbor, your uncle who you spending the night by, your auntie who you going by for the night or for the evening.
It takes a village.
House, exactly. You by my house and ain't no way in the world you gonna be disrespectful to me and gonna come and tell me you hungry. Boy, you tripping. For real, for real. Shout out to my aunties and uncles. All y'all, for real. For real, for real. That's that southernness right there. You heard me?
But yeah, we gonna move on right now.
Yeah, for real.
To a subject that's kind of funny.
Which one is it?
How do you feel about the term speaking white? Is there either such a term, or is it that we got so used to using ebonics that when somebody talk proper, we just automatically just think that they white?
Well, according to my understanding, is speaking white some sort of disease, or what's going on here, guy?
You know, this is a question from one of our listeners.
Okay.
Kelly,
to answer your question, speaking white, in my opinion, has, I don't know, man, to be honest with you, bro. I feel if you talk correct, there is no color barrier, to be honest with you. If you know how to do something correctly or speak correctly, I'm saying that's who you are. Because someone taught you or you were taught to speak the correct way does not mean it's a speaking white terms. Because it's the correct way to speak. If you can't speak the correct way, you can't assume that it's a white way to speak. That's just like somebody doing something that all black people don't do. If a black person doing, they'd be like, well, you doing white stuff. No, I just love to go biking.
Well, what about water polo?
You know what? In so many ways, I'm just saying.
Or cricket.
Cricket, come on, bro.
Synchronized swimming.
Well, you have to go in places like Washington. You have to go in places like Colorado to find black people doing it because ain't none of that in no South. In New Orleans, you can't go rock climbing.
Ain't no rocks.
Exactly my point. So we look at it like, oh man.
Well, no. A lot of black people go rock climbing.
Oh, for real? In Washington, huh?
A lot of people go hiking and stuff. So you gotta climb some rock and up here. I mean, this is the only place I know. I can't say where everybody else been because I never go. I don't really go out in the woods when I go visit another town. When I go to Las Vegas, I don't go to the desert.
I don't go to the desert.
When I go down to Cali, I don't go in the hoods.
Nope. What set you from?
I go down to Portland. I don't go out in the woods.
Be like, I'm from that street right up there.
Right there. That wouldn't be good. That don't work.
Which one? That one. Whatever one you from, that's where I'm from. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, I just be like, look, man, I'm cooling, bro. Don't come with all that.
Oh no, man, you can't hate on the person for talking educated, man. You should sit there and congratulate them.
And that's true. But also, this is for the folks who like to correct people when they speak a certain way, because to be honest with you, speaking Ebonics sometimes is not just so speaking Ebonics. Sometimes it's just the way we speak. Like instead of saying for, Southern people have, we have a way of saying for.
Well, close that door.
Close that door. When you look at me, it's close the door. But you understood what I said. So it shouldn't be no educated, how can I say, correction there, because that's how I speak.
Let's play Foursquare.
Exactly. Foursquare. I'm saying shut the door.
Go
wrench this off. Go wrench this off.
What y'all doing?
Exactly my point. You heard me? That's just how it is.
Yeah, we just over there chilling.
And hey, it's comfortable to speak that way, to be honest with you, because to be honest with you, some people who do speak like that can speak in a corrective terms, but we just feel more comfortable at times to speak how we speak.
What you talking about, Dirty?
Because I'm saying you put us in an interview, I bet you every word in the pronunciation will be on point like that.
Like right there.
But soon as you go to your partner, say, what's happening with your son? You heard me? But I just went in this little interview, man. It was a little poo, but, I ain't tripping though, bro. I might got that. As soon as I let the door, I'm like, yeah, Mr. Johnson got me heard. I'm just saying though.
You confused me on that one. I'm still trying to catch up.
Sometimes it can be confusing. You heard me? I've been gone from home for a little minute, and man, when I went back, I felt like an alien.
Why you say that?
Man, because I ain't know what they was saying. I kid you not. I'm like, yo, I didn't know we talk so fast. And my sister, oh man, my sister, I love her, boy. She put me and Megan on that too much. She don't say that's too much. She was like, man, that's just too much a man is. Jada, you know who you are. But hey, that term, man, I seen someone who I know, they made a Facebook post about it, and they were correct. Just because somebody spoke like that don't mean nothing.
Well, yeah, man, just don't worry about how a person speak. If you understand what they trying to relate to you, just go from there. It's nothing bad. It's not no knock against anybody everybody got different education. That don't mean you dumber than the next person because you didn't go to college and all the other stuff, So, yeah. But we got another segment that we're going to move right along to since it's Black History Month.
Yeah, we're going to have to do this one. And I don't even, be honest with you, I don't want to call it Black History Month. I'm going to call it Black History because. There go another one of those words. That's the new word I'm creating. Because. But nah, Black History. Because 1 month ain't cutting.
It's like a gang word right there.
Like game, because. Where you from? Because it's like a blood and a girl.
You're right. You can unify.
You can, right?
And tie. Yeah, you're right.
He thought about that. That was about to be cold, so he stopped. We're gonna preview that for next time. You heard me? But we're gonna speak up on Thomas L. Jennings.
Who?
Thomas L. Jennings. He was the first
African American man to receive a U.S. patent for dry cleaning process. Now,
so you mean all our clothes that go to the dry cleaner because of him?
Of him.
Dang.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
Speak on it.
This man right here, bro. It was hard for slaves back in the day because it wasn't until 1861 that slaves had the rights to actually keep their patent, because it was in those times, if a slave had something intellectual or something that was just brilliant and they brought it to the master received all of their rights. He took credibility for everything. So it was said that their fruits and labor that the slaves did was to be dedicated to the masters. So the masters took over that. Literally, I mean, it was more so like, hey, look what I did. Bam, boom. The master goes.
You was property of the master. So anything that you did was
exactly. And slaves, he created a lot, to be honest. They were smart. And many inventions in which we grow through just like this. It was from a slave, a black man. The first black man, he was born free in New York. And for me to see this, man, it's like there's more history than we know, just by the simple things. We may think that somebody that was either non-color, invented something, created something. You know what I'm saying? Who all created is created, but honestly, African Americans, we get less credit for things that started from the root. And we can't use just 1 month. We shouldn't use just 1 month to acknowledge that. For the simple fact, man, there's literally a lot of things in history, man, that invented. So I just feel that 1 month just won't cut it. That it should be, honestly, every segment. And if I don't do it on next segment, I want y'all to acknowledge that I didn't do something on Black History, because I love learning about my history, because you'd be surprised. And it makes me more proud. Not saying that I'm any type of racist, but it just makes me more proud to see that my people literally have invented something. And that makes me even more motivated to go do it. You heard me? But that's our topic. And he passed. I'm sorry. He passed in 1856. He can't live this long. But shout out to Thomas L. Jennings for doing what he did. Bam, boom.
Well, yeah, that's a new segment that we're going to have in from time to time. Thank you, Jerry, for the knowledge that you spread upon us.
Mm-hmm. And once again, if y'all have any people y'all want to, us to talk about, just let us know. Not even, and to be honest with you, not just so Black History Month. I want it to be where it's history year, if that even makes sense, for all cultures. No discrimination over her.
But we're gonna move along to our last section of this episode, and as always, the last section is the sports section. The question that I want to ask you:
What it be?
Do short players get the same respect as tall players in sports? What do you think? Like, do you think Isaiah Thomas get the same respect as somebody that's taller, like or Nate Robinson? Or, even short people in football?
You know what? No. Well, they do. More so in football, they get more credit. But basketball,
no. Even in high school, like a short person would not get the same respect as a tall person.
And you know what? That's true, because Curry had a documentary about that, how they were saying that he was too small, and now he's the greatest shooter to ever play the game of basketball. And that's crazy for the records in which he's setting by somebody saying that he's that small. That ain't doing nothing but motivate him. So the small players, a lot of them don't get credit, because Nate Robinson, he is a talented player, to be honest with you, for his height. If he can dunk over somebody, I'm saying, man, you have a monster. And for a lot of point guards who they have that's about maybe 6'2", 6'3", they ain't producing, man. They ain't producing like they should. And to be honest with you, I don't think they hungry like the ones who's trying to get back on it, like Nate. Nate is a player who deserves to be in the league right now, who can put up numbers, which he can. Isaiah Thomas, he's making it look too easy, man. Going to the rack is butter for him. Literally, that's like butter on bread, baby. Let me get that. Buku quick, man.
And that's inspiration to all small people. Iverson did that. Isaiah Thomas did that. Muggsy Bogues did that. We talking, what was the dunking contest? He played for Houston.
Dunking
Spudwell.
contest.
Spudwell.
He played for Atlanta.
Was it? Oh, my fault. It was
Yeah,
Atlanta.
man.
I'm just thinking about the red, the yellow. But he played for Atlanta. You're right. Come on,
Yeah.
man. What you think? What you think?
I don't think
man?
they get the same respect because you can put up the same numbers as a person. Like, okay, a short person could put up numbers at the same as a taller person than them.
Mm-hmm.
The taller person still get the recognition over the smaller player.
And that's true.
Even though the smaller player had to do more work to put up,
Yeah. And
the same numbers as the taller person.
And that's true. That was a tongue twister.
But you can't deny heart, heart over height.
Hard over height, man.
That's a Nate Robinson book, by the way.
HOH. Hard over
Yeah.
height.
So, what do y'all think about that? Do short players get the same respect as tall players?
You
We
know
would
what?
like to know.
You know what? Small players, I would give small players more credit. I give small players more credit for the simple fact they putting in more work by them being so small. By them being so small, they put in, literally. They're using more energy. They're using just more energy, period. So they bringing it, so they're working even harder than somebody, that's not their height. Somebody that's taller. Like, you can have a LeBron James who can easily do a between the legs dunk because of his height. So he has to jump less. But think about Nate Robinson putting between his legs. How much effort man, boy, your knees gotta be like up on swole, you heard me? Straight up, man. Boy, knees look like calf muscles, bro. For real, for
That's what they say about my leg.
Man, I wish, man. I go up for a dunk. I gotta quit for the next 3 days. And
No, I say like the next 3 weeks.
3 weeks, man. Nah, bro. Every Saturday I try. I got steps on my phone, so I track them.
But yeah, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's from the bottom.
From the bottom.
Oh, before I go.
Where you go?
I gotta send a shout out to my little cousin, Vontae, for receiving an award for community work.
Okay.
I think it's for community work. I called him, to congratulate him. I said, "Say, what you winning for?"
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I don't know."
Hey, that's
I said, wait. I said, how do you not know? He said, it was last second. I said, well, go read it. Let me know what it say. He said,
okay.
Oh, I don't have it. I said,
then what is it?
I said, wait a minute. So you got a award for something you don't even know about? I said, did you get in somebody's backyard or something?
Thinking they printed his name on it.
So yeah, he said he gonna hit me back up and let me know. But I just want to send a shout out to him. If you listening to this, Vontae,
you heard me, Vontae.
Keep up the good work, little.
For real, man. Keep that up, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Peace, love, and happiness. Put grease on your head. Put a sponge. Curl it up. You heard me? All day, every day. Keep going, man. Keep going, man. I'm just saying, man. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to all the things in which we say.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
hold up. We got the inspirational quote before we go.
Put some pull-ups in it.
Improve tomorrow what you did today. Thank you. And we out.
And we just